What's going on, people? What's going on? What's going on? How you feeling out there? How you feeling? How you feeling? Hopefully everybody are well. We're going through the whole COVID-19 shelter in place, social distancing as much as you can. It's kind of crazy. Yesterday, I went to the supermarket and I was online for like 20 minutes, just trying to figure out, what's what, like as far as like getting in because they weren't letting too many people inside of the supermarket. It was like maybe five, six people at a time or 10 people at a time waiting online for 20 minutes. Not the biggest convenience in the world. It's just pretty inconvenient, but I digress from that. Anyway, let's talk about money. Oh, before I get into this, I'm not a financial expert. I'm not saying this is financial advice that, I have the expertise to give. This is just one man's perspective as it pertains to money, as it pertains to what's happening. Unemployment and all that stuff is going on. Cheryl, appreciate you. Welcome to the live stream. What I'm going to say to this is a lot of people out there that can't get the stimulus check money. So I say spend your money wisely. There's a lot of people out there now starting to get stimulus checks. $1,200. $500 extra for each child that you have. I have no children out there that I know of. I have no children out there that I know of. We'll leave it at that. I don't want to get into no deep situations and whatnot. Yeah, thank you, Cheryl. Appreciate you. I appreciate you for being here. And shout out to the replay gang, anybody that watches this in the replay, if you watch it in the replay. But what I'm here just to say quickly, not too long on here, is to say, hey, look, you get this money, you get the stimulus check or whatever money you have. Now's not the time to go out there and buy a car. Now's not the time to make a whole bunch of big purchases. It should be food, it should be clothes if you need it. It should be utilities, things that need to be taken care of. Of course, you got your cell phone. Mark Plays, appreciate you for coming through. All right, salutations to you. So, like I said, this simple stuff, folks, you know about this. I mean, if you get money from the government or you're not getting money from the government, I get it. The thing is this: always, always, always be mindful of how you spend your money. I'm doing good. Hopefully everything is good with you. Thank you for the people that's coming through. Spend your money wisely. And what I mean by spending your money wisely, now is not the time, unless you catch a real good deal. Now's not the time to be going out there. I had conversations with people about this. Now's not the time to be going out there and getting crazy with what you're doing. Hey, Pink Kisses, appreciate you for coming through. Now's not the time to be going out there to, go make a purchase on a house unless you get a great deal, unless you need it for some reason or investment or you're into business or something like that. Yeah, stressful but good. Yeah, it's a stressful time, Mark's Place, but it can get more stressful if you don't manage your money properly. If you make frivolous purchases, if you're buying stuff that you don't need. Reserve your money, put it to the side, look for some investments. Do those things if you know how to be financially literate and set yourself up for investments and stuff like that. For the folks that know how to do that. But that's a whole other separate conversation about how you invest your money in business practices and all that other stuff. Yeah, don't think I'm getting anything. Yeah. Nah, it's like that. Yeah, don't, like I said, don't go out there, unless you, like I said, unless you see a deal that you just can't refuse, then, you should be reserving your money. You should be saving it for another time. You should be using it for the things that you need, and sometimes, people, that's funny. And sometimes people, I get it. Some people like me and my mother, we joked. Uh, they said a lot of people getting the stimulus check now, so now they're gonna go out there and party. There's gonna be a lot of parties this weekend. Especially a lot of people this week that they're going to the direct deposit and they have it in their bank account and they say, okay, I just want to make it rain and I just want to throw up some money. I want to do what I got to do. Anyone get the stimulus checks yet? Well, I'll tell you like this. Whether I got the stimulus check yet or didn't get the stimulus check, that's not something I would reveal. Yeah, there you go, party for one. That's not something I would reveal on the live stream. All I can say is that checks are in the mail. I advise people. No. It's nothing to be nosy about. Pink Kisses. What I tell people also too is about your business. Be careful about who you let know what you got. It's always prudent. It's always beneficial not to really disclose what you're making. I imagine and I've heard that people have started getting their stimulus checks already. So that's why I'm having this live stream right here, because people have started to receive their stimulus checks. So the answer to that question, Pink Kisses, is that yes, people have been doing that. People have been getting their checks. Yeah, privacy, exactly. So you want to be careful, like I said, when you get these stimulus checks, don't go out there telling people how much you get. People could do the math. If you got 4 or 5 kids, obviously you're going to get more than the next person. That's going to happen. That's going to go down that way. Like I said, this is nothing crazy or whatever. They were saying Wednesday. Well, people from reports that I've heard, people have already started to receive the checks as early as Monday. But there's going to be different waves when it comes to the checks. There's going to be different waves. And I tell people, be wise how you spend your money, because, there's still a lot of people unemployed. There's still a lot of people that are struggling. There's still a lot of people that don't know what's going to happen next. So, you try to reserve your money. And of course, the governments, the local, state and local governments are working with people, So, yeah, Cheryl, a lot of people have already started getting checks, so this is not free money that you just get and you just spend and you frivolous and you splurge and you say, oh wow, the government gave me more money or whatever the case may be. It's a situation where you try to be mindful of it, and this is stuff people know. I'm not telling anybody anything that you can't figure out. I'm not trying to insult anybody. If anything, this is just a reminder. It's a reminder that hey, you're getting that money. Is something that you need to really be mindful of how you spend it. Just be mindful of spending it on the things that you need. Stuff that you don't need, obviously you don't spend it on. There's a time and a place for that. There'll be deals. There's stuff coming up. There's 4th of July. There's other deals that are coming through in the summer. So if you have a little bit of money, spend wisely. Be prudent, be frugal at times. If you have to, split it up and ration it off, do that. And I know that may not be the sexy way to go about it, the sexy approach or the popular way to do it. I just look at the essentials. Right now is the time for the essentials as it pertains to spending money. Some people may not want to hear that. Some people may not care about that. Cheryl says, I hope those that are getting something that they realize that they might not need it for. Yes, exactly what they need. Exactly. It's like that. You want to make sure that, whatever you spending this money on is something that actually is beneficial to you. Because don't get me wrong, I have things that I want to buy. I have cameras that I want to buy. I have clothes and sneakers and all types of different things that I want to, go out there and get and purchase. But I have to ask myself the question, is it necessary? And that's what happens when I say, when you're getting this money, the stimulus checks, or if you have money in the reserves, is it necessary? That's the question I would tell people to ask. Is this going to hurt me? Am I living beyond my means? Am I fooling myself? Am I lying to myself when it comes to that? And, a lot of people may not want to hear that, because you may figure, okay, I got the money now and it's a deal and that's just what it is, but our decisions with money now today will affect us in the future, and also too, if you do have kids in that situation, you want to model the best practices for your kids. Because if you're in a situation where money is tight, you want to make sure that you're, prudent with your money, that you're responsible with your money. Time to be mindful, not frivolous. Believe me, I know it's tough. We just don't know what the future holds. Yeah, you don't know what the future holds. And I'm not saying be fearful, and I'm not saying, be uptight. I'm not saying panic and hold your change tight, but just be mindful that, it's important now to take care of the things that matter most, especially when it comes to your money. Because like I said, there's a couple of deals. Right now, I have a couple of outlets and online realtors, and people coming at me and tempting me. What's going on, Angel? Thank you for coming through. I appreciate you. So like I said, just be smart about it. And being smart is just being mindful about what you need. Just super uncertain times, unfortunately. Yeah, it's unfortunate, and these are uncertain times. But what doesn't have to be uncertain is the way that you deal with your money. What's up, Pet Monster Chick? Appreciate you. And for those Canada folks out there, shout out to you. Hopefully everything is all well. What's going on, Andrew? Hondo, I didn't expect to see you, Hondo, but what's up? I appreciate you, bro. I appreciate you for coming through. Like I said, just to recap what I was talking about for anybody coming in and out, like I said, just live within your means. Don't spend stuff that you don't need. Don't spend your money on stuff that you don't need. Don't find yourself going out there, no matter how good the deal looks. Great look. Oh, this is a do-rag. I just do it on a do-rag. I'm playing around. I don't really need the do-rag on. Much love to you though right now. I'm looking crazy right now. But it is what it is. Yeah. Nah. It's all good. It's all good, Andrew. It's been a while though, but it's glad to see you, man. I think I'm still stuck to you. So, like I said, it's all good. But either way, it's much love. But like I said, just to recap it all, this is just a reminder. Like I said, I'm not trying to give advice. I'm not trying to tell people what they ought to do. Oh, what's up, my brother? I see you, James. Appreciate you for coming through. Shout out to you. Shout out to the Lone Wolf. Shout out to the family out there. Like I said, just to recap again for anybody that's maybe been listening, not to repeat myself. Some people hate when I repeat myself. Like I said, just be sensible, just be wise, just be mindful that the decisions that you make with your money today will affect you tomorrow. And you don't know how the stimulus checks are going to work. You don't know how the employment situations are going to work. Even if you have a job now, things are stable now, you don't want to deplete your resources. You don't want to put yourself in a negative situation to the point where, you got to scramble around and wonder or take out loans or be in a situation of dire straits. It is a situation where you want to be mindful that your decisions matter. You want to be disciplined. You don't want to be all emotional. Don't make emotional decisions. Now's not the time for emotional buy-in. Now's not the time to just go off and be frivolous with how we spend. Believe me, trust me, I'm tempted right now. There's about 10 or 20 different things that I want to buy. It's all family HML, way back. Yeah, nah, Andrew, there's nothing wrong with that. We go back. We do go back. You bringing back memories. Ain't nothing wrong with that. There's been many live streams that I seen you when you see me in. Shout out to all the people on that side. Hopefully all your families are safe and whatnot. And the reason I take the time out to speak about spending money wisely, because sometimes we just need a reminder. Sometimes we just need to remember the fact that, hey, you know what? We don't have to go out there and spend the money and panic buy and hoard and do these things just because, yeah, no, you know how it is, Cheryl. Like I said, there's a lot of deals out there right now. There's a lot of online realtors or online businesses that are trying to tempt people. What's up, Yas Poet? Shout out to you, Kentucky. It's all good. Yeah, nah, it's tempting. It is tempting. I mean, like when you go on the site, I don't know if any of you experienced this. You go on the site and there's a 50% off deal, and they're saying this is a once in a lifetime event, or this is a clearance event where it's gonna end soon. That's funny, Pet Monster, right? What's up, Rock Truck? See you. And then all of a sudden the sale ends, right? And then a week later it's 60%, and then another week it's 40%. Yeah, nah, good to see you in good health. Yeah, nah, it's good to see you in good health as well, Andrew. I'm still trying to maintain and do what I got to do. So you just got to watch these sales. Nah, you know how it is, James. You know how it is. I mean, just be mindful, like I said, because this right now, my main priorities. I can't speak for you. My main priorities, as far as my money, my bills, is making sure I pay my cell phone, I pay my rent, I have enough for food, I have enough for transportation back and forth. Now, outside of those things, everything else becomes, it's up in the air. Now, if you do have a little bit of extra money on the side and you do find a little deal or something like that, it is what it is. Uh-oh, what's up, 90 Glock? What's up, bro? I see you out there. I'm surprised to see you in here. I ain't gonna forget you for your birthday. Shout out to the bro, 90 Glock. Oh my God, it's good to see you. Good to see you. You the bigger drip. But nah, man, I tell folks, man, just be careful out there. And then also too, no trips to Hawaii, I guess. Not now. I know some people that want to take some international trips right now. I think you're bugging. If you want to try to take an international trip right now, it is what it is. But my thing is this: watch out for the scammers too. There's a lot of people just trying to tell people, about how to spend the tax money, about where to spend all that other crazy stuff. Oh, it's a good look. I just threw on a do rag. This is the old school do rag for those that don't know. But anyway, nah, watch out for the scammers too. There's a lot of people out there scamming folks to try to get them to spend their money, or don't give any of your personal information out online, on the phone, anything like that. People calling you up. We had a telemarketer one time call the house like at 9 o'clock at night trying to scam some money, and we were like, yo, it's 9 o'clock. Like, what are you doing? Great deals on airlines too. Yeah, nah. Right now is not the time to be worrying about no international trips or even a domestic trip. I mean, unless you have to, unless it's an essential trip, it is what it is. I think everyone should stay home with this stuff going around. Yeah, everybody should stay home, Andrew, but unfortunately, everybody's not gonna stay home. People do have cabin fever. People want to get out there. They want to experience some stuff. They want to get active, and the weather is nice. The weather is beautiful outside. I mean, I don't want to show you the sunshine, but I think, yeah, let's see the sunshine. you see the sun shining out there. So it's beautiful out there. It's kind of like, it's majestic out there. You have to tell the people to be careful with those stimulus checks because you have a lot of scammers trying to get information saying the stimulus checks. Yeah, yeah. Nah, definitely, 90. You know how that goes. You got to watch that because, once they get your money, you ain't getting that back. So, but yeah, it's beautiful out there, Andrew. People want to get out there and do some things, and you know how that is. Yeah, it's a pretty day here too today. Yeah, sure. You out there in California, so I know how this. I just want to work. Then yeah, well, yeah, I'm back and forth to work, so I know how that goes too. And also, I just wanted to take a few minutes to talk about unemployment and the unemployment claims. And when it comes to getting the stimulus money and stuff like that, there's different ways that this cuts. I mean, trigger a rise in our car, but never get out. Yeah, to get out. Yeah, that's what you got to do. It snowed here yesterday. It stinks. Sorry to hear that it snowed. Like the car trip. The weather is certainly nice. Yes, I agree with you that, James. But another thing to the people that are unemployed, and then want to get back to work. You got to be patient. You got to chill a little bit. It's been doing gloomy and raining, so today is good. Yeah, it's been gloomy and raining as well. Here it was like a windstorm. The wind was howling like a lone wolf. Woo! Yeah. Anyway, but back to what I was saying, not to get sidetracked. For the people that are unemployed that are rushing to get back to work, you got to be careful. Nice plans you have there. You funny. You got jokes. It's great down there in the Noya. Okay, cool. For the people that want to get back to work, for the people that's rushing, snow in April, that's insane. It is insane, Pet. But like I said again, for the people that want to get back to work, you have to understand that they got to work some things out. Eventually, they will try to get people back to work. They got to get the restrictions together, and we got no vaccinations, so it's kind of like that. For the people that are going to work, be mindful of the fact there's a lot of people out of work that don't really know where their next check is coming from or their next piece of money or how things is going to work out with their landlord. Some people want to follow the law, some people don't. Some people got to go to court. It's a situation where the stimulus checks may not be enough. And then there's another thing that we talk about. Everybody's not getting a stimulus check. If you owe child support, you're not getting a stimulus check. If you're a baby born in 2020, you're not getting a stimulus check. If you're an elderly person being taken care of by your loved ones, you're not getting a stimulus check. And then the list goes on and on and on. The funny thing was about the baby, I was joking with my cousin. Why would you give a baby born in 2020 a stimulus check? I don't understand that. I said, what is the baby gonna do? Is the baby gonna buy baby food, some formula, Similac? I don't know. I don't want to get back to work, but I'm in a good position to stay home for a while. Yeah, nah, Rock. Stay home as long as you can. Work it out as long as you can. Make it work for you. Make it a situation where it happens to you. I mean, I'm working 1 day a week right now. I mean, it is what it is. Who is that? Eagle VP. Howdy to you, all the way from the UK. Salutations. I live in them out, but yeah, it is what it is. Andrew, do what you got to do out there. Like I said, we just talk about spending your money wisely out here, Eagle VP. These are things that a lot of you folks know. Just pass the word along to the people that you may know, to folks that it may be helpful to. Because there's a lot of people out there that may think it's party time once they start getting, this government stimulus, be it whatever country you may be in, be it Canada, be it England, be it Europe. The other night I was watching your replay. I kept walking around my house trying to figure out where that noise was coming from. It was the wind. Yeah, it was the wind. It was the wind. If you see me, I was sitting this way, and it was just like a howling back and forth. That was the wind. That was outside. Maybe I should have went outside and live streamed. That'd have been a little bit more dramatic. But I digress from that point. I digress from a lot of points. I've been all over the place, so forgive me. I'm trying to, respond to your comments and, had a conversation and whatnot. Also, I encourage each other to check each other out. You got to do it the old school way because they don't let you click on the 3 dots and do all that. No more suffer subs. So that's just what that whole thing is. My thing is just to throw a reminder to the people out there to let you know that, hey, look, manage your money correctly. Watch out for the sales. Watch out for the scammers. It wasn't your house, Cheryl. It definitely wasn't your house. Watch out for the scammers. Watch out for the deals, because the deals that you get from a lot of these companies, people want you to spend money. Yeah, the lone wolf. You know how that goes. They're like, oh, So, these are things that folks know. But, sometimes it's just, it's always good to have something there to remind you. It's always good for somebody to say, you know what, hey, ask yourself the question before you spend that money. Even when I spend money now, because I have money to spend, but I have to think about my bills. I have to ask myself, is my rent paid? Is my cell phone paid? Do I have food? Do I have toilet tissue? Do I have what do you call it? Do I have stuff to sanitize, and wipe stuff down? Do I have water? Do I have those type of things? Do I need what is it called? I got the tissue. I got the tissue somewhere. You got to wipe it down. You got the PPE, protective personal protective equipment. Do you have all these things? Make sure that if you're gonna spend your money, if you're going to go out there and make a purchase, that you have all the essential things together. I'm not saying you can't go out there and get you a little pizza. Some people might want to sneak a drink or two, a little sip of this, a little sip of that, for recreational reasons. That's your business. I don't judge. That's you. But before you go out there and get those things that you may not need, make sure you have everything that you need. If you're smart, if you're frugal, if you're wise, if you're judicious, if you're somebody who's responsible with your money, then hey, maybe you can go out there and buy you a nice little pair of shoes. But that shouldn't be the first purchase. And I'm speaking to the youth as well too. For anybody out there, this is not party time. If you want to go and spend your money on the marijuana or some liquor or whatever the case, that you missed the point. Yeah. Oh, Baya, what's up? Appreciate you, bro. I thank you for coming through. Hopefully, everything is good with you and yours. Also, too, I encourage people, if you can, take a little bit of money and save it to the side and put it in the bank, or put it to a point where, for as an emergency fund, just in case things really get crazy, then do that as well. No stores, same there. I appreciate you, bro. Like I said, all this is stuff that I'm just reminding you folks about what's what. That's all it is. Great seeing you too, bro. I appreciate it. Hopefully your family is good. Got that Cheetos on deck. Yeah. Nah, sometimes you need Cheetos. Make sure you could afford the Cheetos. I ran outside, disinfectant spray. I use bleach. Yeah, nah, you could definitely use bleach and do all that stuff. Disinfectant spray. That's a whole other live stream all in itself. I wouldn't even know where to go with that one. We could have a whole thing about, just trying to find a Lysol can. That, like I said, that deserves a whole other conversation in itself. But the main thing is just, like I said, I want you folks to be safe in all possible ways, mentally, physically, spiritually, financially. And the financial is important. Because if you ain't got your money together, then you know how it goes. And I heard the comment about the millennials. Yeah, the millennials out there too. Sometimes they got to be taught, because a lot of people are not aware of how to deal with money. Financial literacy, unfortunately. Cheetos are essential, yes. Lysol is at the discount store. It's at the discount store, Obaya. But here's the thing. Is it at a discount? So there's a lot of things at the discount store that's not at a discount. Yes, Mighty R, you made it. You made it here. I appreciate you. Good live stream that you had the other day. But that's just what it is. Hello to you as well. Nah, but it just cuts different ways when it comes to your money. Different things that you would pay attention to. It's like $10. Well, that's crazy, Obaya. I had a can of Lysol that was about this tall. Not to cap you, it was like $15. So I bought a thing of Lysol. It's around here somewhere. I don't even know. So we just using all kind of stuff right now. We got bleach. We got these wipes and stuff like that. You could get creative. If you know how to use cleaner solution, you could definitely get creative with what you was doing. But things that we would normally let go, that's why I'm doing this live stream. Things we would normally let go and not think about, it's something to think about. It's something to think about how you spend your money, because it's crucial in this time, especially with, where the next dollar is coming from, especially people that are out of work, especially people that have been laid off, especially people that are getting their money from unemployment, because unemployment goes only so far. Even if they give you the extra, $500, $600, whatever it is, I'm not sure, still be mindful that money has to be spent wisely, that money is supposed to be used for essential things. Sometimes we get complacent, we get comfortable. If you go to the 7-Eleven and they have no idea, let me see. Let me read that last comment. If you go to the 7-Eleven now, they have no idea on the drinks anymore, because the people are buying everything at a rapid rate. This is true. I can't find any Lysol anywhere. Yeah, that's true. That's a bummer. People starting to get their stimulus checks. Yeah. I was talking about that in the beginning, Obaya. People are starting to get their stimulus checks. That's why I chose to speak on this and say what I'm saying on this, because you know how it goes. People get that money. They start saying, oh, everything is all right. It's time to get a little lit. Time to give me a little smoke. Time to give me a little drink. Time to give me a little swerve on. And it's like, Slow down, slow down, slow down, slow down. That's true. I definitely have to have restraint, and that's what it is. I agree. I do tattoos. I haven't worked in a couple of weeks. Yeah, nah, it's like that. It's like that. No Lysol, Clorox, or toilet paper, etc. Yeah, nah, it gets like that, you know. But like I said, I think all of you folks, yeah, get that. Yeah, get that point. This is just like I said, this is just a reminder. This is not to browbeat anybody. I got tons. Oh wow, you got a lot of stuff going on. I need to go see Andrew. The thing is this, a lot of y'all know that. It's just a reminder because sometimes we just need somebody to pull on to say, hey, look, before you do such and such, be mindful of how that's gonna affect your pocket, So yeah, nah, James, I'm just throwing that out there as hypotheticals. You know, like I said, it's just being mindful of your money. It's just being mindful of how things are spent, how things transpire, and I think you'll be okay. I think you'll be okay because even beside the money, there's still a lot of things to worry about as far as getting sick. Sorry, I meant to say no deals. Nah, I got what you were saying, 90 Glock. I definitely got what you were saying about the deals. It's sometimes it's hard to find deals because people are price gouging and folks are fighting over stuff. It's like I was seeing on Facebook, one of my people that I went to school with was saying how folks are losing their humanity. People don't want to hold doors for elderly folks and stuff like that, and be human beings. So that's one of the things that happens as well. I said on Facebook, or I think I said on YouTube in my community section, I said people were so worried about the coronavirus and getting sick and all that, but sometimes the real virus that's going on right now is how people are treating other people. And that's the crazy thing. Yeah, the hoarding is a problem, Cheryl. Definitely the hoarding is a problem. It's one of those things where you look and you say, okay, how would toilet tissue help you if things went crazy for real? What happens if the plumbing stops working? What are you going to do with that toilet tissue? How are you going to get rid of it? Yeah, nah, the overpricing is definitely real. The overpricing is real, Mighty R. It's a situation where things are just out of hand, because I think if anything, the thing that we are suffering from right now is just the behavior of people, and how you behave when it comes to your money, the rationality that you use with the decision making as you're spending can definitely affect other areas of your life. And it's something to be mindful of because it could have a trickle down effect to affecting your whole household. Many relationships have been lost and many divorces have happened over money. So that's crazy. Yeah, nah, we are all in this together, James, but sometimes people forget that. Sometimes we need reminders. Sometimes it is about the human effort. Even the people that I don't like out there that I don't particularly care for, I still want to see them pull through. I still want to see them get through because, we're human beings. We all on this planet together. We have resources on the planet. The resources haven't left the planet, so don't go out there going crazy. See that do-rag makes me think, Bell, you look good with long hair. Well, yeah, I used to have long hair, Pet Monster. I used to have long hair once upon a time, many, many years ago. My brother 90 Glock could attest to that. I had braids at one point, if you could believe that. I actually have braids, but that is long ago. It is too late for me unless I want to go out there and get a man weave. And no, I'm not going to get a man weave. But I've had experience with people that have man weaves. Like I said, that's a whole conversation for a whole other time. But you want to find out more about man weaves, Google that. It's a fascinating subject. I said it is what it is, Rock. I feel bad for the people that are hypochondriacs. Yeah, the hypochondriacs out there. Oh my God, that's what it is. Would love to see a pic of that at some point. I have to actually find a pic. I don't think I took too many pics when I had braids in my hair, other than when I was young. Thank you, Cheryl. Appreciate that. It is what it is. What it is with that, though. Like I said, just be mindful, folks. I mean, we got to get through this. Like James was saying, we all in this together. Even if we don't want to be in it together, we all, are dependent on each other to try to pull through and stop the spread and social distance and try to be human beings and try to be decent towards each other and decent with the decision makers. We that's what it is. I mean, I'm talking about money, but this all comes down to decision making, and a lot of the live streams that I'm doing, at least evolving and surrounding this. Bro, I just stuck a bowl on my head and then trimmed the hillbilly way. Just joking. Well, listen, if you want to get a hillbilly haircut, it ain't nothing wrong with that. For me, as you can see, I probably don't need any kind of haircut. I get the straight razor and keep it moving. I haven't shaved in a while. This is my coronavirus look. It is what it is. Nah, but that was funny, Hondo. The virus is truly the great equalizer, isn't it? Yes, yes, Cheryl. It definitely is the great equalizer. It's one of those things that definitely makes you think, and it causes us to reflect. Oh, and before I leave, I was saying on Facebook last night, and some people were like looking at me crazy. I was saying this year is not a good year, but I'm still grateful for 2020. And the reason I said I'm grateful for 2020 is because of the fact that the perspective that is given is causing me to appreciate life more than I ever have. Treat others like you want to be treated. Yes, Rocket. Definitely agree with it. Yeah, being home, just having shaved too often. You know how it goes. What's going on, Mike Skeen? Appreciate you. Definitely. It's important to still be grateful, even though we have, a crazy year like it's going on. It's not the best of years, but it's not the worst of times either. So it's one of those things where I look at it, I'm grateful for the perspective that it gives. It makes you appreciate things more. It makes you appreciate people. It makes you appreciate life. It makes you appreciate the things that you have if you're looking at it that way. Sometimes, like I was talking to a friend about it, sometimes we look at it and we see it from a perspective of let's be all negative or let's be all positive, and that's not the truth. It shows us that we're taking a lot for granted. Yes, Cheryl, and I think that's one thing that we miss about this year. 2020 has shown me that we've taken 2019 for granted. A lot of us taking 2019 for granted. How many people right now wouldn't mind a 2019 reset? I know it's a lot of you. You're right. So the whole castaway look. Yeah. I'm looking like a castaway right now, Hondo. I'm looking like a castaway. But think about it though. How many people would love a reset to 2019 to just take a chance to sit down and be in the moment and appreciate a few more things? It's kind of crazy. Like I said, this year has definitely been a year for me to contemplate, for me to structure some things, for me to be appreciative, even of the folks that I can't stand, even of the folks that I don't get along with. Yeah, 2019. I guarantee you, a lot of people miss 2019 now. Being able to go to the movies, being able to go to your favorite restaurant, just being able to go to the store. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, a lot of people would love a reset right now. Because and I know there's a lot of you out there, not to point fingers or whatever. There's a lot of you out there that was complaining about 2019. Oh, I can't stand this year. I hate this year. Is this that? Can't wait for 2019 to be over. 2020 is going to be the best. Yeah, 2020 is the best time to get some perspective, to appreciate things. Like I said, because it's been a while since I've been this appreciative of just being able to have running water, just to be able to have tissue, just to be able to have money, just to be able to have clothes on my back, a place to sleep, to be safe. Because we forget about the folks out there that are vulnerable. You know what I'm saying? I'll be looking for the doomsday preppers a little different now. Yeah, no, definitely. Yeah, I look at them a little different now too. But they knew something that we didn't know. But you be appreciative of it because you never know how things are gonna, transpire. Things could change on a dime. Stuff could turn around. Things could be so different, and that's what it comes. Like I said, this does relate to money and whatnot. We are blessed for everything that we have. Yes, Michael. And sometimes people forget that. And with the money, like I said, to be able to have money in your pocket, it's a blessing to be able to go out. If I want to go across the street and get a hamburger, I could go do that. A lot of haters on here, but you have to let the love flow. Yeah, nah, it is about a lot of haters, being around, but it's also a lot of love too. Canada is talking about Corona passports today. Wow. I hope that's a joke, but hey, things are gonna be a lot different after this whole coronavirus thing is over with. People are going to look back and they're going to miss a lot of different things that may be so different. Things are not going to be the same. Because think about the next, global pandemic or outbreak or, sickness or natural catastrophe or event, so it's kind of crazy. Yeah. How ironic, James. So it's going to be real crazy. Travel is going to be different. Our financial systems, how people deal with sicknesses and things of that nature. So, you know, um, it's something to be cognizant of, something to pay attention to. Our times are definitely changing, and it's a time for a lot of folks to wake up. There's a lot of times, even myself, I'm not just saying this for you. It's time to wake up. It's time to see things. It's time to open your eyes. And I think it's important to look at our decisions, to look at what we value, what we truly value, and what's important to value. And what's important to take stock of. Yeah, on CBC. My mother watches CBC a lot, actually, Pet Monster. So I'll definitely check that out. I'll tell her about that. Coronavirus passports. Yeah, it's already different, Cheryl. And I was talking to a priest yesterday, and we were talking about when things get back to normal. And I was saying to the priest, I was saying, what is going to be the new normal? You know, so it is crazy. But on that note, I appreciate you folks for stopping by, for taking the time out to listen and hear me speak. Exactly. I will check that out, Pet Monster. I'm actually going to check it out right now after I get off his coronavirus passports. And I encourage the rest of you to check that out. But for now, I must go because I got to eat. I got some things to do. Got to get my money together, get my money straight. And for those folks out there, I got to pay my bills and stuff first. You know how it is. Appreciate you. Love you folks. Be safe, you and your family. Stay healthy. Catch you next time. Be safe. God bless. Spread love. It's the Brooklyn way. Yes. Thanks for having this stream. Yeah, okay. Thank you for coming through, Cheryl. I appreciate it. You, the audience, make the stream what it is. And that's what it is. Thank you, Andrew. Andrew. I mixed the names. Andrew. Thank you, Mighty R. Thank you, Cheryl. Thank you, 90 Glock. Thank you, Eagle VP. Love you all. Thank you, Obaya. Thank you, Yas Poet. Thank you for the people that have said something, that haven't said anything. Thank you for the people that I may have blocked. It's all good. Appreciate you. Come on now. Why is this thing not going?